Hello everyone, welcome back to another session with me. This is Sanyukta Saxena and furthering our series on tangles issued by CZTs all over. And hope you're enjoying the series. Hope you have learned. We have already learned quite a few new tangles, and we have a rich collection of tangles now to practice. Yeah. So today's tangle is called Safflower. It is an organic looking tangle by CZT Safflower, and I'm just going to show you how to draw the basic tangle. Just like we draw for poke root, poke leaf, just start that way and then add some nice petal shapes like these, and then keep adding these petal shapes, more of these in between. Yeah, so almost looks like, I don't know, the pine fruit, and then add these lines like these, and you get the Tangles Safflower, right? So I'm just going to show you once again. Cap the two lines and then add these as many as you wish. You want a big one, you want a small one. So I've started with 4 here, then I'm going to add in between. Just try and shape it so that you get a pointed end, something like this. Yeah, so it can be big, it can be small, whichever way you wish to. You can add anything inside. Generally, the original tangle has these lines running through. And this is the Tangles Safflower. The general way to shade is to add some graphite here, right? But you can always shade it differently also. So most common way would be like this, but you can always add graphite on one side. So it all depends. How do you want to shade? Yeah. You can always do the light and dark shading, or you can just add graphite here where all the petals are starting from. So it all depends, right? The second tangle that we are going to be learning today is called Aura-leah. Carla Dupree's. Yeah, I'm not very sure if she is a CZT, but this tangle is very widely used. It is a leaf kind of a tangle. So I've drawn a stem, and then I'm going to start with one small curve like this. Yeah, and then I'm just going to continue auras. So just that the auras are folding on the line like this. Yeah, so it gives a nice look to the leaf. Again, I'm going to show you one more. Start with a small hump, then on the other side I'm kind of, the line is something like this. So this is what I'm doing on both sides of this center stem. So slowly add as many auras as you wish to. You can add weight into the center stem. You want to shade it, you can add graphite on one side, or you can add it under the stem, or you can shade it any other ways you wish to. Both ways looks nice. Yeah. So let's get started with today's style, and we will explore these two tangles, practice these two tangles a little more. Yeah. So I'm first going to start with my border. Border, I'm going to use an 08, right? So I'll show you why. But start with your border with an 08, or even thicker nib if you have handy, like a 10. Because we are going to be drawing kind of fragmented windows or fragmented panes today, just like any cane, CZT any cane. Yeah, so we will use that concept and we will practice the two tangles that we learned today. So I'm going to just broadly divide this into some sections, right? So let's see, I'm going to use my pencil a little bit. make a small, I'm just dividing my surface into some sections. Yeah, so just not thinking much where what, going with the flow. Probably yeah, fragmenting, something like this. Yeah, so do it the way you wish to. No hard and fast rules here. I've just done the way I wanted to at this point of time without planning anything. So now I'm adding bold lines, inking these fragments or panes that I created. As I mentioned, you can use even a bolder pen than 08 if you have it handy. And ink these lines. Take your time. Slowly go over each. Add some thick ink the lines. Yeah. So I'm just going to go on like this. Adding thick lines. Fragmenting my tile into sections. Like this. And finally the last one here. Yeah. Add that thickness wherever required. Wherever you think it's less, add a little more. So once we are done with that, I'm now going to use my finer nib and add another aura. Fine aura, curling it in like this. Again, inside all. Take your time. Slowly do that exercise. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that for all. So I'm doing the last one now. Adding the thin aura. Curling it in a little as I end. Yeah, that's about it. And the next step is to add one more thick aura. Yeah, so I'm going to repeat what I did earlier and go back and add one more thick aura to all before we finally start to tangle. Yeah, so this is the groundwork that we require to give that fragmented panes look. So take your time. Again, go to each of the sections. Use your boulder nib to add another aura. Yeah. I'm just rounding the corner. where I have given the curl. Just go with whatever shapes are there and do that exercise for all. Right? So I'm done with that exercise. On the last one now, adding the third aura inside each of the sections. Carefully going to each. And I think we are done. One left here. Take your time. Slowly do that exercise for all. Yeah, so I think now our divisions are pretty clear. Now let us start to tangle. So I'm going to start from one side. Start with my tangle safflower. Cap it and then start drawing these petal shapes. That's the Tangles Safflower. Yeah. Now I'm going to add an Aura-leah with the flower like this. One more here. Delicate looking tangles. Nature inspired floral tangles. Again going to bring one stem from here and add one more safflower. Draw behind if required, like this. Yeah. Again, let's move forward. Now, if you wish to introduce some more tangles, please go ahead. You can always place some, print terms or something else. We shall see that. First, let us complete drawing our safflower. So, the shape is what guides the flower. Yeah, so you have to give it that shape. So you generally place the next layer of petals between the first layers. Yeah, so if you want, you can add those lines, touches, because it is small here, so I'm not drawing entire line. Just giving small touches there. You can do away with it completely, or you can do just as I'm doing. Tiny lines there. Yeah. Again, you can either add a nice printum sitting here, add some weight as you draw it, and then probably a hidden Aura-leah. Hidden one here. Yeah, so I'm going to continue like this. Place as many as you want. Place them wherever you want. You don't have to follow me here. I'm just going to place my safflower. A hidden one there. Again, probably a small one here. Take your time. I'm going to place another printum here. Yeah, so I'll continue like this. So I'm continuing with the same process, adding some printums here and there, You can always go ahead and add some fragment. For example, you can use this space to add some fragment. I'm sticking to my tangles here. I've given you an idea. Please go ahead, use it, explore, draw it in a different way, whichever way you feel like. Yeah, so probably you can leave few empty spaces also if you wish to. No need to fill up all the panes. You can add some printums here and there, add some weight to your printums, add some orbs here and there. Take your time, do as you feel like. I'm just placing some random orbs here and there. Wherever I feel like, just adding some stems. Probably a small one here. You can do that, right? Probably a safflower bud, not fully bloomed, since spaces are small. Yeah. That's about it. I think we don't need to do anything else. You wish to add some printums here and there, you can always go ahead. Just going back and adding a little more weight to my printum. Right, so those are the two tangles that we learned today. Let us now shade. So shading is pretty simple here. You just have to highlight one corner. Choose any, in fact, two corners. Yeah. So I'm going to use both my pencil and my watercolor, the graphite pencil and watercolor pencil here. So first we are shading just with our pencil. I'm not getting into shading my tangles. I am instead shading each section or the fragment or the pane that we have created. Yeah. So that's the whole idea of drawing the fragments. Take your time and just add thick graphite to two sides, and the remaining two just keep it simple, not much. Yeah. So I'm going to do that for all with my graphite pencil. Once we are done with that, next is to add the watercolor pencil. So I'm going to go back to each of those places where I have already added the graphite and add some watercolor pencil also to add that additional darkness, to give that dip. So take your time, go to each and add the pencil. This is grey watercolor pencil. Going back to the same places once again. And now just use your water brush and slowly just blend without blending too much, like this. Yeah. So it's a nice technique to use, nice way to do a different looking tile. Use the normal tangles that you know, that you use generally, and give it this effect, and it will look different. Yeah, so I'm just blurring the watercolor pencil that I put. The graphite is already in place, so this will add that additional darkness that you need to give to show that dip. And that's about it. I think we don't need to do anything else. Yeah. Now if you want, you can add some embellishments like black pearls, or if you think you want to add some bit of more drama, you can always ink some of the layers of your Aura-leah. For example, I will just show you. Yeah, I will add ink to one of the last layer of my Aura-leah. And you can see how instantly it will add some drama to my tile. Yeah, but that's again optional. If you want to, you can. You don't want to, you can just leave the tile the way it is. Yeah, you can always add some black pearls here and there. So if I want, I can convert this into a black pearl and it will add drama to my tile. Something like that. Yeah, so small little things that will add to the look of your tile. Again, place a nice pearl here. Again, add some inking to the last layer of your Aura-leah. Yeah. So again, these are optional things. If you feel like, you can. If you don't, you can close your tile there. Yeah. You can convert this into a black pearl. This is empty. You can always place a black pearl. You can highlight the empty space with your jelly roll. Again, you can add inking here. So just take your time, find those opportunities which will give that extra oomph to your tile. Yeah. Again, the big ones, I'm converting it into black pearl because I think they will add to the look of my tile. And that's about it. I don't think we need to do anything else. One last one here. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Let's close our tile here. I don't think we need to do anything else. If you want, you can go ahead, add some more of inking. You can add some more black pearls if you want. So that's your personal choice. I'm going to close my tile here. Place my chop somewhere. Yeah. Sign and date it. So that was the fragmented paints look with the two tangles that we learned today. That's Safflower and Aura-leah. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the session. I shall see you again with some more new tangles. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.